you should ever think of leaving, don't let it go too far. The love of a lifetime, darling, that's what you are. And now that I've found you, I'll be counting on you to love me forever, 'cause I need you, honest I do. Every single day my love for you keeps growing more and more. The lips of an angel never kissed me before, and now that I've found you, I'll be counting on you. No man is an island, and I need you, honest I do. It took an awful lot of looking to find you. Oh, what a time I've been through, 'cause darling, it's not very easy finding an angel like you. The two of us together, hand in hand, we stand at heaven's door, together forever. I'll be yours evermore. And now that I've found you, I'll be counting on you to love me forever, 'cause I need you, honest I do. Two of us together, hand in hand, we stand at heaven's door, together forever. I'll be yours evermore. And now that I've found you, I'll be counting on you to love me forever, 'cause I need you, honest I do. To love me forever, 'cause I need you, honest I do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening and welcome, everybody. Well, this week we have a change of format because the whole show is dedicated to one singer in particular. And you know, sometimes the term a living legend can be overused in show business, but in her case, it's true. I've been a fan of hers for as long as I can remember, and she's one of the most awarded ladies in country music today. It's a great privilege and pleasure for me to introduce to you the coal miner's daughter herself, ladies and gentlemen, Loretta Lynn. She was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler, and she cried to be a coal miner's daughter. And this little girl would walk a country mile to find her a good old slow-talking country boy. I said, a country boy, I'm about as old-fashioned as I can be.
be liking what you see. If you're looking at me, you're looking at country. You don't see no city when you look at me, 'cause the country's all I am. I love running barefooted through the old cornfields, and I love that country ham. Well, you say I'm a made just to fit your plan, but does the barnyard shovel fit your hand? If your eyes are on me, you're looking at country. Let's hear it. Well, this your country is a little green, but there's a whole lot of country that you ain't seen. I'll show you around if you show me a wedding band instead of wedding band. When it comes to love, well, I know about that. Country folks all know where it's at. If you're looking at me, you're looking at country. You don't see no city when you look at me, 'cause the country's all I am. I love running barefooted through the old cornfields, and I love that country ham. Well, you say I'm a man just to fit your plan, but does the barnyard shovel fit your hand? If your eyes are on me, you're looking at country. If your eyes are on me, you're looking at country. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, it's great to be here. I want to tell you all that right now. And I want to thank you for having me here, Daniel. It's great, and I love you, honey. And for just having me on your show, okay? I'd like to sing this next song about an old girl that come to my house one time. I just got in off the road, drove into the driveway, and here the old broad stood. She'd come to take Doolittle away from me. She left with no hair. I don't think he wants her now. She don't look too good. But if she ever comes back my way, I'll finish her off. She wasn't woman enough to take my man. You come to tell me something. You say I ought to know that he don't love me anymore, and I'll have to let him go. You say you're gonna take him, oh, but I don't think you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Women like you, that dime does, and you can buy 'em anywhere. For you to get to him, I have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Oh, let's hear it now. He took a second look at you, but he's in love with me. Well, I don't know where that leaves you, but I know where I stand. And you ain't woman enough to take my man. Women like you, that dime dozen, you can buy 'em anywhere. For you to get to him, I have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. No, you ain't woman enough to take my man. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, Loretta, you're very welcome.
Oh, it's great to be on your show, Daniel.
Well, we're really pleased to have you. We'll be talking about your life as the night goes on, and we'll get well into most parts of it. But I read once that somebody wrote that your life could be the sort of story in one of your songs. How do you feel about that?
Well, to put my life in one song, it'd be hard, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty hard. I guess there's a little bit of my life in every song I've written.
Yeah. And in the film, of course, we all know that your autobiography was made into a film, The Coal
Yes.
Miner's Daughter. How did you feel that portrayed your life? Were you happy with the film when you seen it yourself?
You know, I had to see the movie a couple times before I could even remember what I had seen, because I was so, how would you say it, so shocked, you know, to see your life go across the screen that I couldn't even remember. They sent me out to do some publicity on it. And I was on Good Morning America. They said, Loretta, what did you think of the movie? I said, I think it's great. And they said, well, let's hear a little about it. And I couldn't remember a thing I'd seen. So that night, they put me back in another studio, a theater, to watch it again. Same thing happened on the Today Show. So we started taking notes. So it was hard to watch. But Sissy was the only one I picked. I don't know who picked the rest of them.
Yeah. You were happy with Sissy?
I was happy with Sissy. She was with me for a whole year. She about killed me, because I would do 2 shows a night, and the rest of the night I had to work with her.
Yeah.
You know, learning her all my songs and taking her to the recording studio. I put her on the Opry 4 or 5 times and got her ready for the, you know, the movie.
Well, I know for me, and I'm sure a whole lot of other people, I felt that seeing the movie and seeing Sissy play you, that it was the first glimpse that we got of what we thought Loretta Lynn might be like. And I know I was really, really pleased. And I'm happy to know that you thought she was, you know, did a good job.
Yes, I think Sissy and I got so close that Tommy Lee played Du, and he told me that, he said, you know, I knew that she loved you so much, and she knew every part about your life, that I knew I had a hard job on my hands, because I knew she was in for everything she could do, you know. And
can we bring you back now to your young days? You grew up in a place called Butcher Holler.
Butcher Holler.
In Kentucky. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's kind of like in the mountains, you know, way back in the mountains, and they did make a lot of moonshine. And
moonshine is poaching. We call it poaching, Loretta.
You call it what?
Poaching.
Punchy.
Poaching, yeah. It's the same thing.
Well, you get punchy if you drink it.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some for you.
And I don't believe I want any. But you know, they made moonshine, and so if a stranger come up the holler, well, from one house to the other, which was pretty far away, there'd be somebody holler, stranger coming up the holler, because they would let everybody know that it could be the revenue, is that what you call it? Yeah. Somebody looking for moonshine, steals. So they'd make sure that their steals was hid. That's how they made their living, you know.
And back in those days, your mother danced, and I know I saw you doing a show, and you told the people that your mother did, what did you call it?
Well, Mommy called it a hillbilly hoedown. I've never seen it done quite like she do it, so I kind of picked it up just a little bit by watching her.
Yeah. And how does a long dress interfere with the hillbilly hoedown?
It's going to be rough, ain't it? It's going to be a little rough, Daniel.
Well, how would it be if I helped you?
Will you dance with me?
Well, now or never.
I'll try it if you will.
What do you think? Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Loretta Lynn special, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Loretta, can we just go back to Butcher Holler for a few minutes? Your family name was Webb. Can you tell us a little bit
Yes,
the background?
my great-grandfather come from England,
Yeah.
and my grandmother come from here.
Here in Ireland?
Sure.
What was the name?
Her name, my grandma's name was Blair. And they told me, well, I've got something in my throat.
Oh, well, that's all right. Take a wee drink and drown it. We call
You
it a
want
frog,
me just let
Loretta.
it walk down by itself?
It's just a frog. You can drown them. They're easy. Okay.
She was a Blair, and she come to the United States when she was about 7 or 8, something like that.
Do you know what part of Ireland she was from?
I really don't know, but I was talking to our father a while ago, and he said that a lot of the Blairs come from Northern Ireland. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know at 3:30 this morning I was up looking out the window thinking about my great-grandmother and great-grandfather, wondering where they were, you know.
I'm sure they were looking on and saying, Loretta's finally made it home.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of proud to be here, you know. I'm proud to be
I think
where
it's
they're
always,
from.
yeah, it's always special when you get back to where your roots, no matter how far back
That's
they
right.
are. Yeah, yeah. And your daddy, of course, your daddy was the most important person in your life.
Well, Daddy was the kind of person that there was 8 of us kids, and no matter if it had been 20, he'd have been rocking 3 or 4 at a time. He was very kind and very gentle. There was not too many daddies like him, I guess. Or that's, you know, that's how a little girl probably thinks. But I kind of walked out of Daddy's arms into my husband's arms, because Daddy rocked me right up till I got married. He'd have 2 or 3 kids in his lap at one time. I'd always be one of them, because I was the only girl till I was 9, so I was kind of petted. I was his pet.
And you have a song about your daddy.
That's right.
Would you like to sing it for us?
I would.
Ladies and gentlemen, Loretta Lynn.
I was much more than a baby. I thought he was a bear. The way my daddy carried me around. They said I learned to walk while holding on to just one finger on the hand of a man that stands 6'3". Not old enough to understand the meaning of depression. Just something people talk about a lot. My daddy was the one to try to make no big impression. Just one heck of a man that worked for what he got. They don't make me like my daddy anymore. Yes, they throw away the patterns through the years. In a great big land of freedom, at a time we really need them, they don't make them like my daddy anymore. All right. From the Johnson County coal camps to the hills of West Virginia, my daddy worked down in the dark coal mine. Education didn't count so much as what you had born in you, like the will to live and a dream of better times. Daddy never took a handout. We ate pinto beans and bacon, but he worked to keep the wolf back from the door. And it only proves one thing to me: when folks start belly aching, they don't make them like my daddy anymore. They don't make me like my daddy anymore. Yes, they've thrown away the patterns through the years. In a great big land of freedom, at a time we really need them, they don't make them like my daddy anymore. They don't make them like my daddy anymore. Thank you all very much. Thank you. You know, most of you that seen the movie know I got married very young. And by the time I was 17, I had 4 kids. And then I started singing after the 4 started to school. My husband says that we'll get out and sing for a couple years, and we'll have enough money to buy us a brand new home, and then we'll quit singing. 2 years passed by, and we didn't have enough to buy a hamburger. So 2 more years had to come, you know. But anyway, right after that, I got pregnant, and I had twins. They started coming in pairs. Girls, watch out, it's in the water. But one's on the way. They say to have her hair done, Liz flies all the way to France. Barbara's in the White House working up a brand new dance. And the White House social season should be glittering and gay. But here in Topeka, the rain is a-falling, the faucet is a-dripping, and the kids are bawling. One of them is toddling and one is a-crawling, and two's on the way. I'm glad the Rockwell Welch just signed a $1 million pact. Crystal's out in Vegas working up a brand new act. And the TV show on Newlyweds, a real fun game to play. But here in Dublin, the flies are buzzing, the dog is a-barking, and the floor needs a scrubbing. One needs a spanking and one needs a hugging, Lord. Three's on the way. Now what was I doing? Jimmy, get away from there. Darn, there goes the phone. Hello, honey. What's that you say? You're bringing up your old army buddies home? You're calling from a bar? Get away from there. No, not you, honey. I was talking to the baby. Wait a minute, honey, the doorbell. Honey, could you stop at the market? Hello? Hello? The girls in New York City, they all march for women live. Better homes than garden shows, a modern way to live. The pill may change the world tomorrow, but meanwhile today, here in Topeka, the flies are buzzing, the dog is a-barking, and the floor needs a scrubbing. One needs a spanking and one needs a hugging, Lord. Four's on the way. Oh, gee, I hope it ain't twins again.
Well, Loretta, I know that your life hasn't been without its tragedy. You lost your eldest son a few years ago, and you've got over that very well. What's the rest of your family doing?
Well, honey, you don't ever get over it.
You don't ever?
Never, never. You just miss them more, but you know you're going to see them again, so that's what that's what I look forward to. I don't think about, the last time I seen him, he took me to town to get on my bus to leave on tour. And I'll see him again soon.
Well, you've got some
and the
lovely
rest of my
memories.
family, my other boy fronts my show for me. And
That's Ernest Ray, isn't it?
Ernest Ray. Yeah. Ernest Stray. He goes astray every time I turn my head. He's a character. And then I have my twins. One of them does 3 shows at our camping grounds every summer. 3 shows a day. The other one is, if she's not traveling with a little group, Johnny Cash's daughter, Jerry Lee Lewis's daughter, which they call themselves the next generation. She's with me. So she's my little baby on the road. And the little blonde-headed girls bought her a bus, got her a band together. She's on the road. I'd rather they'd have washed dishes somewhere, you know, but... And then they'd have been home.
Well, Loretta, I started washing dishes, and I think it's better singing.
I don't know, Mommy. I would hide dishes, you know, when Mommy'd make me wash dishes. I didn't think she could see them, and she'd come in the kitchen, they'd be hid under everything, and she'd call me back into the kitchen to wash them dishes. But my oldest daughter, she writes songs. She wrote Back to the Country Life for me. Maybe you've heard that one.
Yeah.
And she wrote Ain't It Funny? Too Wild to Be Tamed. She wrote a lot of songs I've recorded.
All right. Well, back about 2 years ago, one night I dreamt that someday I would sing with Loretta Lynn. What do you think?
Let's do it.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us.
So let the feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling. Well, love can't hide in English stealing through the moonlit night with your lover.
Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow like the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Yeah, let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love fly. You do all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love flow like the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Yeah, let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love fly. You do all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. That's the reason. All right. Oh, that was good. Come on, we sit down. I think we deserve to sit, don't we? Oh, well, thank you, Loretta. That was lovely.
Well, thank
Can
you.
we go back again to your career now? You were married and living in Washington, and you had 4 children when you started to sing?
Uh-huh.
How did you
They
get
were
started?
all in school when I started to sing.
Yeah.
And my husband, he never heard me sing except rocking the babies to sleep. He'd come in from work and catch me rocking one of them to sleep. So he said to me one day, Loretta, I've been listening to the radio, and there's girls out there making money that can't sing as good as you can. I'm going to put you on the road to let you sing. Of course, I fainted, and because, you know, with 4 kids and coming out of Butcher Holler, I hadn't been no place.
Yeah.
And just from, but my daddy had made due promise he would never take me very far away. I think everybody's seen that in the movie, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. 7 months later, I was 3,000 miles away.
And of course, then, when you went to Nashville, that's where you met Patsy Cline.
Yes.
Patsy became a great friend of yours,
Well,
didn't
the
she?
first time I sang on the Ernest Tubb record shop, I sang I Fall to Pieces because she was in the hospital. And, of course, me not having any better sense, I sung her song. You know, I'm thinking that it'd make her happy, I sung her song, but, and do held the songbook while I sang the
You
song.
didn't know the words.
Didn't know the words. And right after the record shop, and I said, I want to dedicate this to Patsy Cline. I said, she's in the hospital, and she's had a wreck. So after the show was over, Charlie Dick, her husband, come to get me, and took the kids home, and I went with Charlie to the hospital.
And that's how you met Patsy? Yeah, well, I know in Patsy's own film she came across as a very independent person.
She was.
A person that, I suppose, achieved her success more or less on her own and had her own vision of what she was doing. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, would you like to sing some of her songs
I
for
would.
us? Ladies and gentlemen, Loretta Lynn.
I fall to pieces each time I see you again. I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed. pretend we've never met. And I've tried, Lord, I've tried, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I fall to pieces. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Baby, he's crying for me. And as the stars are blooming, the hours whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. This one is my favorite Patsy Cline song. I've got your picture that you gave to me, and it's signed with love, just like it used to be. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got your picture, she's got you. I've got the records that we used to share, and they still sound the same as when you were here. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the records, she's got you. I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know it won't let me be. I've got your class ring that proves you care, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got these little things she got you. I'm back in baby's arms. How I miss those loving arms. I'm back where I belong, back in baby's arms. Don't know why we're poor, we never did before. Since I found out how it was, I bet we'll never quarrel anymore. I'm back in baby's arms. How I miss those loving arms. I'm back where I belong, back in baby's arms, back in baby's arms. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me with somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? for things that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for things that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Thank you very much and welcome back. We're talking to my special guest here, Loretta Lynn, about her life, and she's singing some of her songs. Loretta, after all those hit records from way back in the 60s right up here till 1989, how do you know, what's the secret of a long, successful career?
Well, I think the secret is how you treat people. And I think myself, there's never a star. And you're just as big as you act. And you always, I don't think you never feel that you're better than anybody else. I think, you know, you always remember where you come from. And if you do, you know where you're going then.
How does Doolittle, I know he was, you know, there at the very beginning and he pushed you. I suppose he didn't realize what he was really getting you and himself and the family into. How does he cope when you're away for long times?
Well, it's very hard for him. You know, being alone a lot. And, of course, he was with the kids. And as long as he was with the kids, it didn't, while I was on the road, I didn't worry. But if he come with me, even though we had the same lady all the years that we, you know, 22 years, I would worry about the kids. But as long as I knew he was there, I never worried. And I know he got lonely. And a lot of people, you know, hear about him having a drink or something like that, but it's not half as bad as people hear. He just drunk when he got lonely, and he stayed lonely all the time.
I'm just kidding now. I'm just kidding you. No, really, really.
That was a joke. But really, he did. And it's no lie. He doesn't drink that much at all.
Well, anyway, you've got a song all about drinking. Would you like to sing it?
Yeah, I've got a song all about drinking. Me and my sister wrote this one called Don't Come Home and Drinking. Of course, everybody knows we, you know, when we write a song, we have to write about somebody, don't we?
Yeah.
So, Doolittle, this is about you.
You thought that I'd be waiting up when you came home last night. You've been out with all the boys and you ended up half-tight. Liquor and love, they just don't mix, neither follow or me behind. And don't come home drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. So don't come home drinking with loving on your mind. Woo. You never take me anywhere because you're always gone. Many a I've laid awake and cried all alone. Then you come in, kissing on me. It happens every time. So don't come home, boy, drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there under the town and see what you can find. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. So don't come home, boy, drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home, boy, drinking with loving on your mind. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was lovely. Very good. I can't believe
You don't think Dude's gonna be mad at me, do you?
I don't think Dude.
I don't think so, 'cause he don't drink that way. That was just a joke.
I can't believe that we're hearing all these hits, Loretta. It's amazing. It's wonderful. But you know, I think we did all right when we sang together earlier. Do you think we could just...
I loved it.
We do one more?
Let's do it.
Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill where the soda pop and the dance is free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Well, I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know I've quit cooking. How about keeping steady company?
I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill where the soda pop and the dance is free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
How's about cooking something up?
How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with me? All right. Thank you. Oh, that was good. Thank you. Well, Loretta, it's almost time for us to say goodnight, and I hope you've had a good time.
I've had a ball.
You have? Well,
I really have.
we certainly loved having you, didn't we? Oh, it was wonderful. And I know that there's one song that we couldn't let you go without singing. You know what that is, too?
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Coal Miner's Daughter.
Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the Van Leer coal mine, all day long in the field hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal oil light, and everything would start all over come break of morn. Daddy loved and raised their kids on a miner's pay. Mommy scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Why, I've seen her fingers bleed to come think there was no need She'd smile the mommy's understanding way. In the summertime we didn't have shoes to wear, but in the wintertime we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling a hog, Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well I drew water. The work we done was hard, and now we'd sleep 'cause we were tired. I never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then. And it's so good to be back home again. Not much left but the floor. Nothing lives here anymore except the memories of a coal miner's daughter. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the works thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the roaring thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation to take us home, my God, to take us home, then I shall bow and humble adoration, and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. Oh my God, how great
I've never heard anything as beautiful as that. Never.
Thank you.
Oh, it was lovely. Tracy, can you come out here a minute? Loretta, this show is produced by a company called Tyrone Productions, and this is a Tyrone crystal lamp. And in the film The Coal Miner's Daughter, and in the song, we see that you read the Bible by the cold oil light. I know things have moved on and this is all powered by electricity, but you take this home and we hope that it'll remind you of your trip to Ireland and of your days back in Butcher Holler. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, honey. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that link beautiful? That will go in my new house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Loretta Lynn.
Thank you all very much. And I'll be back. I'll come back and see you.